Welcome back, everyone, to the Hot Mix, an InstroTek podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Maurice.
And today we are bringing you a very special episode. It's a little different for us, which we like.
Wait. Hold on. Stop.
Don't do it.
Before we go any further, today is a very special day. It is my co-host, my friend's birthday. Can we give it up for Anthony on his birthday?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anyway, yes, today is a very special episode that we have partnered with Lastrada Partners.
Yeah.
To discuss a really important topic in our industry, which is customer service.
Yeah.
Lastrada has been Dan there and Stacy and their team has been friends with InstroTek for a very long time. They're really coming up as one of the top softwares or laboratories to report, gather data, analyze data, and they're just doing a wonderful job over there. And we had a chance to sit down with them. So here we go. Let's take a look at our interview roundtable with Lastrada Partners.
Roll the footage. I think looking forward, kind of post-COVID, one of the things that we like to talk about a lot is, on-site versus remote training. And I thought that y'all were a great, company that really was in tune with what that looks like and how you can provide the best customer service and support from that angle. So a couple of questions that I had today that, was just what did we learn from COVID when it comes to on-site versus remote training?
That's really interesting because pre-COVID, we were 100% on-site. Like we would not implement software without going to your business. We even did a lot of on-site sales where we would actually do sales demonstrations. Obviously, during COVID, none of that was available to us. So we had to get creative and figure out, well, how can we get there? And now post-COVID, we do a hybrid. We actually do as much as we can do remotely in our office so that when we get on site, we make the most of our time. It used to be that we would almost do software setup while we were there, and then we would train, and now we're doing all the setup remote and training, only training when we're on site.
I remember having a letter to be able to go out and see customers and still trying to do as much as you could here from the office. We did webinars during that time, just trying to see customers. So I think we kept a lot of the good things. Hopefully washing your hands is one of them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I lost all my hair, so I went into COVID with hair and came out of it without. So.
That was a lot of us. But we kept some of the good stuff, and some of that stuff applies to the business and how we actually were able to pivot and do more from the office. But once we were able to get back out, we added at that to our trainings and then be able to actually do more on-site, because the on-site is precious time with the customers, precious time with the people that purchase the software, the hardware, and we felt, let's take advantage of that. Let's keep some of this good stuff we got.
I think one of the cool things that came out of COVID is everybody could do remote. We had been talking about Teams, we had been evaluating it, we had used it on a limited level. By the time COVID was done, everybody could do Teams.
So you know what's another one that came out of COVID that I would have never thought it? The QR code.
Oh, yeah.
The QR code came like shining out of COVID, and I was just amazed how well that company's doing now. Because if you remember before COVID, they were there and no one really cared about them. But then all of a sudden the QR code's a thing and it's everywhere now. So
COVID code.
The COVID code, there you go.
Got it.
I like it.
I mean, Maurice, I've heard you say this over and over again, the price of equipment versus the cost of equipment, right? We were just talking about how, in my opinion, I think the labor investment is a bigger deal than the dollars and cents of it. So from your perspectives, when people are looking at selecting equipment, what are some of the hidden costs that they should consider when they're looking at the actual cost of equipment beyond the price?
It's a great question, and we do talk a lot about that with our customers, just because it is an important piece of it. You can have a very low cost initial purchase, and you're thinking, oh, that's great, but then what is it going to take to maintain it? What if it breaks down during paving season or right in the middle of a job? How much is that going to cost you? So being able to have a company that's going to be right there for you and offer you a level of service that is makes you feel, gives you that insurance that no matter what happens, you'll be able to take care of well and back up and running is a big part of it. How does it work with software? Do you guys feel that that there's always a cost after purchase besides just the price? And how does that work in your world?
There's definitely a cost. Training all of your employees to use the software is probably the biggest cost when you're buying our software. And we put that out in front of the customers as much as possible and try and explain that to them. And also their time commitment, but from the management level even, to get it implemented, to get it working. And then if you buy it and don't use it, that's another cost. So, and one thing you said really resonated with me. If we're not the right company, we're not the right company. In many cases we are, but it has to be a good fit.
I'm going to put Stacy on the spot here a little bit, but before we have that question, can I just get a social, please? People on the West Coast, talking to people on the East Coast. You guys haven't taken a sip of that cup. I don't know what's in there, but I hope it's something good.
Nailed it.
All right, I needed that. Sorry, guys.
Is that Dayquil again?
That was a good. No, it's not Dayquil this time. Just straight, yeah, whatever that is. So, my question, Stacy. I've known you for quite a while. You've worked with companies that we're still working with in the asphalt industry. You've run labs, done a lot of research in the asphalt industry. Let me get your perspective. You've been on the other side of us, right? When we've been trying to offer equipment, you might have even bought equipment from us in the past. And you know, what was some of the lessons what were some of the things, highlights from people that did it right in customer service and people that did it maybe not so right? I won't say wrong, because, you know, everybody has their kind of view, but, you know, maybe they didn't meet that level of customer service you expected. Give me some of your thoughts on that and what you experienced, you know, being on the other side.
I definitely bought equipment from from your company and your competitors, and definitely have had a lot of different experiences, some great, some not so great. One of my favorites was the core lock. So I probably had that piece of equipment before anybody else did. I was fortunate to work in a lab that, you know, they worked with Ali on his new inventions, and so we had that in the lab, and I got to use it, and I got to do the research on understanding how it impacted the industry. And so that was a really cool experience to be able to work with a company that was trying to make things better, because we could actually do a better job with the core lock than we could with our other method. So that was a really cool experience to be able to be part of that.
There's a reason why we're named Lastrada Partners, because we're always a partner in the industry. And every time we train new clients, new personnel, anybody here, we always want to make sure we have all the available resources that we need in order to make that individual capable to be using the software to this max potential. So a lot of the things that we offer, and we offer this all throughout, is procedures. You know, being able to have procedures ready for them to get the client up and running. So if you have procedures and also a video that comes along with it, because everybody loves to be, you know, visual person too, helps a lot. You know, it goes a long way.
Is there one medium that you like above all others? I mean, I know there's, I think we all mentioned YouTube, social media. I mean, you know, now in 2024, we have so many ways of getting to our customers. Is there one that you guys have found that you really liked? And I'm asking because, you know, I'm going to jot it down and probably use it myself. So is there one that you think works better than any other?
I feel like we have to check a lot of boxes all at once. Yeah, I think right now what we currently do is we offer videos to go along with every printed document. It is gated. I don't know, for good, bad, or indifferent, we have this opinion that we don't want to teach our competition actually how to program software and organize data. So if you want a long description on how to do it, you got to be a customer. Yeah, we try to do printed and video along with it. In fact, Stacy's daughter has come on board as an internship, and she's now recording our training documents, the ones that we couldn't get around to actually recording. And that's actually a great way for us to know, is this a usable procedure? Because if a young person who's just about to enter college can read the procedure and teach somebody, or at least record it out, then maybe we've got one that even I can understand.
Yeah. You know what's my favorite?
Talk to me.
For my age group, the stone and chisel. Yeah, we like it old school. Just go ahead and pound it in a stone. It's there forever. It fits my age group. Yeah, I'm a little older, so I like it old school.
So I really want to know, I'm excited to be able to be here with you two today. And I've learned a lot from you already, but you've been in sales a lot longer than I have. And you talk about customer service, and I've worked, with InstroTek in the past in different roles, and they do have great customer service, and they do put their best foot forward in the circumstances where I've had the privilege of working with them. I'm curious, what's your philosophy around customer service?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's not one that gets asked often because we do, talk about it internally, but outside of InstroTek, we look for it, right? And I look for it in my personal life. I look for it whenever I'm calling, Delta Airlines. I'm trying to see, hey, what are they doing to do it right? And some companies miss completely. And some companies do really well, but one of the ones that I think gets missed a lot is being consistent. It's not glamorous. It's not, very showy. It's something that happens internally saying, hey, we're going to hold ourselves to the standard, and we do not go below that standard for any reason. We're always going to help our customers, and then doing that consistently. And believe it or not, it's the one that is really very difficult to do. It's probably one of the most difficult ones to do.
Yeah, I would say just being genuine and wanting to establish a relationship with the customer. I mean, obviously everything is not going to be great all the time. But having that relationship and being genuine about it, you can be transparent with your customer. And I think that encapsulates all of the things that Maurice just mentioned, right? Obviously, if you have good attitude, you're willing to serve, and you're consistent about that, you're going to get great results.
Well, thank you for the comments. Obviously, it's reciprocal. There's a lot of people we could be partnering with, and Maurice, we've looked for opportunities to partner together, to come together with a solution for a customer. And one of these days, it's actually going to happen. I feel it.
You know what I feel right now? I feel the love.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I honestly feel like Phil Collins should be playing.
Wait, does that mean we should do another thing to wrap up our?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys.
All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate the invitation. I know Miguel, I don't want to speak for both you guys, but I'm sure we all. Thanks again. We really enjoy your podcast. I know we've talked about quite a few episodes already. Good luck to you both. Thanks for everything. And look forward to seeing you at the next customer's office in the next event.
That was our time with Lastrada Partners. We really appreciate it. I think, we covered so much there, and we only had such a little amount. They were on the West Coast while we're here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But I think, the takeaways are, we just want to show that our companies are on the forefront of our industry. We are bringing the best possible service to our customers and doing it in a way that really takes into account, what they have to deal with every day in the labs and in the field to try to improve our product or improve our services, improve our software. And I think that was, for me, one of the biggest takeaways.
Yeah, just staying hot while you do it.
Yes, staying hot. You got to stay hot. What else are you going to do? So, that was a great conversation. So we absolutely thank Lastrada Partners, Stacy, Dan, Miguel, for being on camera with us and just having that conversation for sure.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. As always, just remember to keep it hot.
Keep it real.
Keep it real hot.